day 26 of 30 days of reading short stories, and since we're coming to the end, I'm working on finishing these books, but unfortunately I already had to return The Lottery to the library since it was overdue and I felt bad. Or The Lottery and Other Stories by Shirley Jackson, and I finished with the title story, The Lottery. Now, it may be silly that I've never actually read this, but because of that, I don't want to spoil it for anyone else, even if it is a fairly well-known twist. The only reason I knew the twist at the end was because of the I Have No Mouth video game. But The Lottery is an annual celebration that every town does on June 27th, where the town comes together and holds a lottery for something. It makes sense to me why, out of the whole collection, this story is the most popular, or the most famous, that she's known for, because it's, in part, the most blunt. As I've said plenty of times, I enjoy Shirley Jackson so much because she forces you to pay attention to the details she's not telling you and read in between the lines to get the plot and the actual understanding of what's happening. Whereas The Lottery is a very straightforward, twisty story that has its own subtle implications that are not, to me at least, as important to understand as some of her other stories. You can just read this and outright enjoy it without having to dig too deep into the meaning. So honestly, this taught me that while I love Shirley Jackson's writing and I really enjoy being forced as a reader to shine a flashlight on her text to see what's hidden in the shadows, I guess, so to speak, I'm not so into her short stories. I want to be fully immersed and submerged into the worlds that she creates, and her shorter stories just don't fully allow me to do so, and it's in its nature. I find the most excitement in her novels, I think, because I'm able to see better how these characters see their own world and what they're blind to. And I think also just gives me more time to understand what they're blind to and understand what Shirley Jackson's trying to say. So while I don't see myself going out of my way to read any other of her short stories, if there are more, I'm sure there are, I'm so excited to dig more into her novels.